Okay, so I have come to a very important decision. I've been thinking about this for a couple of days now, so I wanted to share it with you. I have come to the realization that I simply cannot hate Frozen. Now, I do think the marketing has gone a little overboard. I think that Frozen has become this kind of cultural force that is impossible to stop. But that's due to the fact that people made a good thing that people like. And isn't that kind of the point? Is the creative people making a thing that people like and people running with that? So I can't really fault them for accomplishing the goal that everybody sets. Now, I won't say it's my favorite movie, but I do recognize that it's a well-made movie, and if it's on my TV, I'll watch it, as opposed to some other movies where if they're on my TV, I will run. Annie is one of those movies. I am sorry, but The Sun Will Come Out Tomorrow, Hard Knock Life, all of that, I can't have it anymore in my life. It's done. Sorry, Annie. And yet, I recognize that I probably need to see the new Annie movie that has been released because I am a theater kid. I grew up doing theater since I was 4 years old. I've been in Annie far too many times than I want to count. So I need to see it on film, even if it's terrible, even if I know I'm going to rail against it. But I need to see it so I can rail against it from a place of knowledge instead of a place of assumption. So I'm gonna go watch Annie. Also on that list, coming up very soon, is Into the Woods and The Last 5 Years, both of which are movie adaptations of musicals, and both of which I am cautious about. Now, I tend to be cautious about a lot of decisions being made in Hollywood right now, and I don't know why, but especially in these cases, I feel like a movie adaptation of a musical kind of locks in a performance, whereas if you go see a musical in person, you see that performance, you see that production, and then you can go see it somewhere else and see a different production, rather than kind of deciding that this production is going to be the production that defines this show. Future generations will watch the movie when preparing their roles, and we're going to see a lot of the same things. So there's always danger in making movie adaptations of musicals. Danger. But I have to see it for myself. I have to know. I have to experience. I have to be there in the audience and see the thing, so I know how I feel about the thing, so I don't just make assumptions about the thing. And maybe at the end of the day I'll be right, and I'll hate every minute of watching these movies, or maybe I'll be proven wrong, and I'll just have to let it go. Toodles.